There's a deer. There's a deer. Straight ahead. Did you see it? Wow. I'm so sorry I had to start a new live stream. And I don't think many of you have been able to come back onto this. But there is a deer straight ahead. I'm just going to zoom in case it's still there. It just came out from where that is. So yeah, there was a deer right there. It might still be up on the right hand side. So I've just zoomed in quite far to see if it's still there. It looked like quite a young female. But I think it's gone up into those trees. No doubt Bertie will start barking. So this is the upside down tree that is under here. It's quite slippy. I don't know how high the water is. We're going to go and take a look. So yeah, anyone that was on my last stream, that up for two reasons. Just because there was a pack of about 3 or 4 dogs. One was on the lead and 2 or 3 weren't. And the guy didn't seem to have them under control. So I had to help Alex with Bertie because, as you might know, he's a rescue dog and he's not very good with other dogs. Plus he's a Yag Terrier, so he's trained basically, his whole instincts are to start barking and start trying to protect us. So that didn't go too well. But also the signal's a little bit poor down here. So I am not sure if this is going to still be connected, but here is the upside down tree. So, as I was mentioning earlier, I don't know if you can see up there, all of the roots and everything are in this overhang here on this rock face, facing upwards. And then all of the branches go here and then they bend down and come all the way up and form a canopy here. See how far I can zoom out. There's a culprit. Bertie, you need to learn to get on with other dogs. I know the deer was on this bit. I can see some hoof prints over there. But yeah, the famous, or not so famous, upside down tree. And this is in central Scotland. We're in Cumbernauld in North Lanarkshire. My dog's being an idiot. And we've just missed an amazing deer because I was live, but I don't think anyone was tuned in because it was my new stream I had to restart. But we are in Luggybank Nature Reserve. And I'm just going to show you what it looks like here along by the water. Bertie's desperate to try and find where that deer went. So to be honest, they usually go from the water and then up here to the right. And there's a little birch stand up here as well that they hide in. Because there is another waterfall. It's not really very full of water at the moment. And they drink out of that along here. We've got elder. We've got, as I said, silver birch. Sometimes it looks a little bit Scandinavian, but we're still in central Scotland. Bertie's trying to try and sniff everything. We've got buttercup, speedwell. There were orchids back there, stitchwort. And sometimes there are ducks, but I haven't seen any at all on this walk. We've had a massive period, like probably 14 days with no rain at all. And then the last 2 or 3 days we've had torrential downpours. So everything's just coming back to life. I'm just going to be quiet for the next minute or so because if the deer is up here, this is where it's going to be. So, I don't know if you can hear me, but parallel to this path on my right up there is a deer track that I've walked along before. So it could be there. Just mirroring what we're doing. And then going to the safety of going up on the side of the gorge. But yeah, here we are. All the ash trees. My cheeky little Yag Terrier. And then you have the river on the left, just over there. Sometimes you can hear the deer or the larger animals breaking through the brush on the right. I can't hear anything, which means it's either standing still or it's gone the other way. Because beyond the rock walls up there at the very top is just fields and bogland that go all the way up to Palace Rig Country Park. Some of the wild roses here are coming out as well. So this is a dog rose. And when they're all fully in bloom, this whole stretch smells amazing because there's some white ones on the left. Oh, what have we got hiding in here? What was a fly? So nearer when we're going back to the car, there is a woodpecker, a lesser spotted woodpecker that lives along here on the right. I've seen it once this year. More wild roses. And I used to see a couple of jays down here, but not recently. So this is another waterfall back here, which I'll just show you. Again, this is another deer path that I'm going up. It takes you down the side of a little stream. Oh, wood pigeon. And there's a magpie through there as well. Another wood pigeon. Okay, let me show you this. So at the moment, as I said, we're coming out of a dry spell and the water's really low. But usually up here, through all the bracken and ferns, this rock face is absolutely teeming with wildlife and the water usually goes all the way down. But not today. The good news is a lot of the vegetation that was wilted over is picked up again. The only thing that's truly dying are the bluebells, and that's natural. Everything else, like the brambles, the wild Scottish raspberries, they're all doing really well. And that's where it comes down and joins the water down there. Now I'm chancing it a bit because it's actually supposed to be raining at this point and we've got blue sky and some white clouds, so we should be okay. I mean, look at this. Who wouldn't want to live here? I'm 5 minutes drive or 25 minutes walk away from this area. Absolutely beautiful. There's a couple of blue tits over there as well. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, more bluebells. Ooh. Okay, it's more pigeons. I thought I heard a tree branch crack over there. It could have been the deer, but no, it's wood pigeons. But yeah, the bluebells are still going strong. You can see here, and you've seen most along the walk, that a lot of trees are covered in moss and lichen because the air quality here is really good, despite being so close to Cumbernauld and also relatively close to Glasgow. There's an oyster catcher. So there is a lock. I always say it really wrong because obviously I'm English, but there's a lock called Fannyside Lock up at Pallisford Country Park, and you find that a lot of oyster catchers and native smaller seagulls will be up there, and then they fly over the town. So here's some amazing butterbur. I'm going to try and get a really good shot for you in a minute up the water. But yeah, this is how big my hand is, and this is how big the butterbur is. My friends always point out it sounds like butterbeer from Harry Potter. Just look at this. I'll try to find a better angle. So here's a smaller leaf and here's my hand. And then there we go. A shot straight up the loggy water. This is another good lie for brown trout down here. Again, I think it might be too muddy with the water to see it. Yeah, if I had my glasses on, I'd have polarised lenses, so I'd be able to see it there. I don't know if you can tell how close these birds are, but in all their elders and the hawthorns and blackthorns and everything next to the path, you'll have little birds like long-tailed tits, blue tits, wrens, robins, tree creepers, so many different birds, and they'll all be within just a couple of feet of you. Beautiful oak tree there. Oh, thanks. Can we see the sky? I think he's further up. Oh, we can't see the robin or the wren or whatever was up there, but we can certainly hear my dog.